we targeted this season. We've taken the last 2 seasons to consolidate, catch up with ourselves, and really look at the strength and in depth in the squad, and we targeted this season as a big season, and everyone I think can see that.
There's a special feeling here, I think, going into this game. I think the boys understand how important it is, but we're in a really good place as well. So for us, we haven't picked many bumps throughout 7 games, so getting into this one, we're confident going in. We know the areas that we need to sort of strengthen up a little bit, so it's exciting times, especially on today's training session, going into Thursday, then flying out there Saturday to do the job.
I had one of those feelings on Saturday that I'd actually love to be on the pitch with the lads. You know, big game, everyone's high spirits. Also that kind of like emotional energy that a big game like that takes. Like, you know, we were very well aware it was 2 unbeaten sides. You know, it would be a good scout for one of us, and we're just very lucky that we came away with the win.
Yeah, we sort of watched a bit of footage on Tuesday, Thursday, and we saw their forwards particularly really dominant. A few ex-pros and some just big lads, and we knew around the set piece they were going to be dominant, which they proved to be. They were really difficult, particularly in the mauls. But I think we fronted up around the field, around the pitch, put on some pretty big shots, and I guess sort of bruised them, which sort of laid a platform for our backs, which was nice.
To get the win first of all, and then for us to get the max points, and then for them to only get 1 point on it was a massive big tick for us. And the support that travelled with us as well was special, pretty special. So yeah, overall very happy. Boys worked hard, and thank you for all the supporters that travelled as well.
So I'm from Mold in North Wales, left North Wales at 18, came to the university in London. I've been working in London now for 30 years and moved to Richmond around, I'd say, 25 years ago. Set up base camp here, came to London Welsh straight away. I think I probably came to London Welsh before I moved to Richmond. Maybe one of the reasons indirectly I moved this way, because West is Best was London Welsh. And it's like a home from home. It has been a home from home for me for a long time, and enjoyed many fond memories at London Welsh. I want us to remain a community club. I want us to try and be the best club we can be sustainably. That could be Nat 2, Nat 1, maybe the Championship, who knows. It depends on the ground requirements and things like that, but to me it's sustainable. Enjoy what we're doing, have fun while doing it, and give an environment here for people to enjoy their rugby.
You know, London Welsh is a massive club, and there was a big shock, I think, in the rugby community when we went down from the Premiership, then Championship, right down to level 9. And we've spent the last 7 years rebuilding. 4 of those promotions, we're in the 7th now, 2 consolidating. So we've always been very clear that we're not here to get promoted for promotion's sake. We've learnt our lesson in yesteryear from shooting up the leagues without substance. The club historically, it's a massive club. It's a very old club, very big supporter base, very big infrastructure. And what we've looked to do is simply reinforce that, grow our strength in depth. You can see from the Druids, the Druids are a fantastic squad, very competitive. The interaction between the 1s and the 2s now particularly is people can slot in and out. So looking at promotion, to talk about it, that's what we're looking at, and we're ready for it, we're prepared for it. We have a plan in place for what we do over the summer if it comes, and it's part of we had our well publicised 5-year plan from Project Reset. That's gone past, but we still have a Project Reset plan. No set end venue, but yeah, this is the next stage in that transition.
Definitely for me, we have one squad. I'm always saying it, but anyone who plays in the Druids has the opportunity to play first 15, vice versa. Anyone in the first 15 has the opportunity to play Druids, whether that be they're returning from injury, or whether they've been out a little while, or whether they haven't trained even, which I think is the standards that we're trying to drive now. It's like I said as well, the Druids is very much there to sharpen the tools of the lads who are playing in it week in, week out. So whether they're called upon to play in the first 15, they're absolutely ready and they're prepared, while still having a good kind of competition and having a really good experience with their mates. I think as well it's got a role to play in new players coming to the club, because it teaches them where they can really cut their teeth. They get a real feel for the club. With the first 15 being very, very much a performance setup now, there's maybe a little bit less of a club feel in terms of having older players there, people who've been around a long time. I think the Druids really serves a purpose to just show them what London Welsh is all about.
Continue 3 minutes, let's get the quality nice and high. Good to go?
We haven't played Stags yet this year. We lost them last year. We're probably underprepared for that because, you know, at the start of the year you kind of look at the league positions and you think, oh, but you know, we're definitely not taking that approach this year. Stags have started very, very, very well. So yeah, I think the hardest part for us is there was a lot of emotional energy went into the game last week, and it's getting that same emotional energy for the game this week. But, you know, we are definitely, you know, we don't want to go from this little 2-game block 1 from 2 where, you know, we definitely want 2 from 2.
Boys worked very hard this week in the prep, and then obviously coming off last week and a big emotional game, big week against Jersey, so just to come out and back it up and put that performance in is really pleasing. We keep talking about how we want to have big starts against team and really drive the tempo and control the game, and yeah, I think we sort of that first 20 we started well. Warm up was good, and it's always tough sometimes to back up such big games the week before and that big emotional game and everything that happened last week to then come back and do it again week in, week out. But obviously we've challenged the lads. That's what we've got to do this year if we want to go and achieve what we want to achieve. And fair play to the lads. It was brilliant day.
Everything that we do is cautious and safe because we need this club here for the next 200-300 years. So for us, it's just making it a good place to play, good place to turn up, good place for a supporter, good place to come for a beer. But yeah, far to put a word about it, it's a special place.